back to another Project Resto. I'm Chris, and this is the 1968 Scott Bonnar 45 that I'm restoring. In our last episode, we took the reel out, we took the bed knife out because they were going down to get sharpened. And today the goal is to get this little cracker of a power unit off the chassis, so we can really assess the condition of that solid deck. Look, I would love to replace this with a Honda, but I do think it's going to be overkill for what this machine is going to be used for. And let's be honest, the turf out the back, it's no golf course or putting green for that. It's a long way off that. But yeah, if we can bring this back to its former glory, look, it is running and it's working really well. It's just looking really tired. And I think if we're putting effort into the machine in general, this definitely will need a coat of paint and a bit of freshening up. Or if we decide later on and we've got the funds available, we might go for a new Briggs & Stratton unit. Either way, look, this is getting close to 50 years old, so it's definitely worth considering the pros and cons of upgrading. To get this off, what we're going to have to do is disconnect the drive sprocket from the drive shaft there, the clutch components, and then there's really only 4 bolts holding this to the deck. They're threaded straight into the deck. There's no nuts or anything underneath there, so it should be pretty straightforward. I have hit it with some inox just to work its way in overnight, so that'll really help. And so far, I'm a fan of that inox over the WD-40, but both have a purpose and both have a place in the workshop. So yeah, definitely we'll keep using those interchangeably as we need. So let's get into it, hey? Right, so I have set up this gear puller here with a socket between the end of the thread and the jaws, and the shaft. I'm not a big fan of these 2-jaw gear pullers, so if you're going to do something like this, yeah, invest the extra couple of dollars and get a 3-jaw one, because this 2-jaw is let's be honest, a pain in the bottom. So that's coming off pretty easily. You should. It's going to need a bit more persuasion than that. We might just get that straight on there. Try and keep it in place. There we go. Don't even need the socket there. So there it is. You can see the condition of the sprocket. Yeah, not bad. The teeth are pretty good all the way around. Yeah, they're a bit thin at the top, but this is taking all of that kinetic energy from the motor and turning it into drive. So yeah, I think with a clean up and a degrease, I think that'll come up really well. The keyway, let's see how we go there now. Yesterday was pretty easy getting that other one off. Where's my screwdriver gone? There it is. Let's see how easy this one is to get off. Ooh, putting up a bit of a fight. Let's go with the pliers, see if we can get it off. Right. I might try a pair of side cutters here and see if that helps. No, not budging a bit. Now from here, what we're going to do is get into disconnecting the levers and controls from the handlebars. So I'll reposition and we'll get into that. So the clutch lever is the linkage cable here is just held in place with a pin. I'm not sure what you call them, but either way, some kind of circlip. And there's a pin that runs through. Once you take that circlip out, then just lift up the throttle, the clutch lever, and there we go. That's that part taken out. Now looking down to where the clutch cable here connects to the clutch, well, the engage, actually, whatever you call this part here, but where it engages, just a small nut. we'll crack that off. Again, this is really super easy to come off. So we'll back that one off. And then there is a spring that's holding this in place. So we might just push that over. There we go, and that should help us disengage that component there. We don't want to lose that spring, obviously, but yeah, we are going to wind that all the way out. Let's watch that spring doesn't end up across the workshop, because we'll never get it back. There we go. Add in one piece. That's what we want. Beautiful. So we're going to try and keep that together as best that we can. But you can see in there that, and again, similar to the clutch handle lever, just held in place like that. So this part is looking a little worse for wear, so it's probably going to have to be one that gets replaced. But if we're going to replace the fork down here, we might as well do that as well. But yeah, again, really nice to see that original hammer tone green. The next thing we'll do is just disconnect the throttle cable here. So from here, we're going to take the handlebars off. That should give us a bit more access and hopefully help with the stability once we start, well, as we've started taking some weight off the front of the machine. So just pop out. There we go. So there's the bars. You can see some pretty significant pitting here. So yeah, look at that. That's probably a bit too far gone. That's through chrome, that's rust. So either what's going to happen is we're going to maybe look for a donor Scotty. I did see one come up on Facebook Marketplace in the last couple of days. I saw two actually. There was a 14 and there was a 17-inch on there. Both look like they were pretty good nick, or the bars do at least. And look, if it's a couple of $100 to pick that machine up just for spare parts, then it's probably worth it. The 14-inch they did have a twin rail chassis, but the 17 was a solid deck. So who knows? Maybe down the track we'll have one cylinder mower and one scarifier. That could be another build. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Either way, I am in the process of quoting up or getting some quotes and prices and whatnot. And what I might do is put a list of parts together, just so you can follow along with the cost of the build as it develops. I like that. Look, we're filling it up. That's good. Progress. So there she is. That's the machine broken down to the next bit anyway. So we're going to try and get this motor off.